two, three.
Hey guys, it's Kevin here,
And it's Andres.
and welcome back to another podcast. Today we're going to talk about what makes someone finally want to start working out. We're going to share a little bit of our experience and how we started going to the gym. I think it's pretty relatable, and why you should start going to the gym. Do you want me to start with my story, or do you want to give yours? I think yours is a little bit more
Maybe, yeah.
relatable, I feel like.
I can go into it. So when I started going to the gym, and I think you can't really start going to the gym consistently unless you're really tired of something, either the way you feel or the way you look. Because I started a few times and I wasn't consistent with it. I went a whole week, stopped going, and then never went again for a few years. If you're not willing to make it a part of your lifestyle, it's not going to work out for you. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. I did go on and off a few times, and then one day I just decided I wanted to look better. I wanted to focus on that specific aspect of life, and that's when it started. I started going to the gym. I started at a small gym where not a lot of people went. I think that's a really good tip to get started. Go to a small gym. Not a lot of people go. Don't go to Platinum Fitness. That place is always filled to the brim. There's always people.
I think it's a good starter game, wouldn't you say?
It's always packed. It's kind of
Well, that's true.
like, what are you going to get done when you have no machines open or the machines that you want to use are taken?
That's true. Maybe it's just because that's what I started with.
I think starting, it's a good gym, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, it's not garbage. But I think starting in a gym that doesn't have a lot of people going into it, it's really good for, one, your self-confidence, two, like, you don't have a lot of people looking at you, and three, you actually get things done in that gym. I think those are three big things. And yeah, I just decided I want to look better. I know that being intimidated at the gym is a big concern of a lot of people, and being scared to be around people that have no
I feel like everyone, right? When they barely started, were kind of self-conscious about themselves and like think bad about their body, but that's not the case, right? Most people are there for the exact same goal, which is to look better physically.
Everyone's getting better.
Yeah.
I'm not judging someone that is not in shape, that is going to the gym. I'm thinking, hey, that's a really good thing that you're doing. I really hope that you stick with it and trying to help people. I think that's a really big thing. If you see someone, or if I try to talk to people at the gym, at least. I think there's a big difference between motivation and discipline, and it goes to show in my beginning, when I went to Planet Fitness a few times for a week at a time, and then stopped going for a few months, that was motivation. When you're motivated, you'll get a burst, and then you'll stop going when that burst goes away.
That's exactly right. And how to start actually having the discipline to start going to the gym is, I think it's super simple but very hard to do, right? So I personally had to develop a system in my own head. It's almost like a framework or what to think when thinking about going to the gym, because obviously there's days where you're thinking of like, okay, I need to go to the gym, but I don't know, I feel like low energy. I don't feel like going. And it's okay to feel that way, but if that's often the case, then your why's gotta be stronger. When your why isn't stronger, then your laziness, then that's when you'll start.
What is your why?
My why? Well, there's a lot. I have a lot of whys, but when it comes to the gym specifically, what was my starting why is, I used to be I'm skinny, but I used to be way more skinny. Like right now I'm at close to 190 actually, but I used to weigh 140.
Yeah.
And well, I'm 6 feet tall, so I was pretty skinny. Like 140 and 6 feet tall is pretty skinny. And then, just started going to the gym and then going up, right? But I used to feel like to a certain extent, I wasn't intimidating enough to where some people could not take me seriously because of how I looked. And I know that's not the sole reason, but it does play a big factor into that. And I just wanted to have a little bit more authority, a little bit more control over situations. I think that's what sparked me going to the gym. I just wanted to be more of a presence, if I may say.
Okay, because you've been going, like recently you've been going a lot and very consistently. And I know that it's the same way with me, and we were at a point where we weren't really going a whole bunch. What do you think was the biggest change for you there?
I think it was a reminder of what I wanted to do in the past. So in the past, I knew I wanted to be, a little bit more, build more muscle, be a little bit more muscular and big. I kind of forgot about that for a little bit because I got busy with work.
Yeah.
The main thing was work. And then when I left my recent job, then that's when it clicked, right? I was like, okay, well, now I got the time. I have no excuses, so I gotta do it. I also thought about like how I used to feel being small, and that kind of brought back the I want to say it's
like the pain point,
like like a little bit of motivation, and I'm scared to say that
just got dark
because I want because I want to put the emphasis on I want it to be discipline instead of motivation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think
we all struggle with this, by the way.
I think pushing through is the biggest thing, and I think finding that change that you really want will drive that motivation in the first place. For me, like priority is obviously making money, getting into a financially free position. Right. But I realized that I was letting go a lot of my physique, and I really appreciated that. That was a big point in my life, and that was a big point of pride for me. And right now, a few weeks ago, and I showed you pictures. Last month, I took pictures to keep track of progress. Looked like shit, hated how I looked in the mirror. I took pictures to like prove it. Yesterday, went to the gym, took my shirt off for the first time in the gym for a while. And I felt good. I felt good about the changes that had been happening because I've been going to the gym and I've been consistent with diet. I've been cooking at home, eating healthy when I go out. I think right now my go-to fast food meal is a Whataburger grilled chicken sandwich with no sauce, just grilled chicken, buns, lettuce. That's what's been carrying me right now. And
that's interesting.
Yeah, and no fries, just a Coke Zero, Diet Dr. Pepper on the side. It's like 350 calories for 30-40 grams of protein. I'll actually fact check that, but
it's actually pretty good. No, yeah, and I was Googling here really quick, like most people stop going to the gym, 50% of people, and this is actual statistics, it is commonly cited that 50% of people who start an exercise program quit within 6 months. That's 50 people, 50% of the people before even 6 months. So around the 6-month mark is when you start seeing the good changes.
Yeah.
So most people quit before they even see the good changes. And I think that's another really good point is don't quit going to the gym before you start seeing the changes, because it takes a lot of I don't want to say a lot,
3 months. 3 months is the normal.
3 to 6 months is what it takes for you to see changes if you're going consistently, right? That's when you'll see your body, actually like shaping up. I want to say it that way.
I think also when Ruben came in, and I thought I was looking fat, and then we went to go eat after the podcast with Ruben, and he was like, "Hey, you look big, bro," and I was like, "That's good."
Yeah.
Like I hadn't heard that in a while.
He says that, but I told him the other day.
Dude, no, but I think you're lying. Like you do it out of being homies. You have to. It's part of your job. Homie job.
Have you done that to me before?
No. Give me that.
Cap, bro. That's such cap. That's cap. But anyways, yeah, it is very, very important to not quit before you start seeing the gains. And again, that's gonna come within 3 to 6 months.
36 months?
3 to 6 months. But typically the
6, 7.
I think
I started myself.
I think I started seeing my gains like on the 2nd month is when I started seeing my body change. But I was going very consistently, like 5 or 6 times a week. At my peak, I think it was that. When did you start seeing changes?
Right at month 3.
Month 3?
Yeah, month 3. Because I was always on the bigger end. I had muscle, and strength. The only thing was that I was like, I had layers of fat. I was like skinny fat. I've showed you pictures. I was like a cube. I had no V taper, no shape to my body. It was just fat and muscle. But when I started lifting, it just helped lower body fat and increase muscle more. And I think it just brought everything together.
So yeah, whether you're fat and want to decrease in weight, or you're skinny and want to increase in muscle, then that is definitely the way to go. I think it's like, yeah, I want to say like 3 months is really the golden age.
Yeah.
Unless you do like work out every day, which is not recommended, then I think you'll see it sooner. But typically it's around month 3. And yeah, most people won't even last that long, you know? They'll drop.
I know people that do a week of lifting and then they go years without it, and then another week, and then
That is
years
wild.
that is insane. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy to me. Or
that is wild.
it's hard to be consistent. It's so hard.
Yeah, it is.
Or I guess let me put it the way you put it. It's hard, but it's simple.
Yeah,
it's a simple thing that is difficult because a lot of people don't know how to have self-control. I think having self-control is the most difficult thing that you can do, but it's also the most important thing you can ever do, because people that have self-control have the power to will their thoughts into existence.
That's exactly right. And a framework,
I'm gonna clip that shit.
A framework that I use when going to the gym, because this is an everyday battle. It's like you don't just magically get to a point where you don't have to worry about that. Like it's a constant battle. Like throughout your whole journey, gym career, I guess, you'll feel that way.
And there are times that are more
happen.
There are times that are more difficult for you to have self-control in.
Yeah.
There's going to be times that make it difficult, and you just have to push through. I think when we were working insurance and we were the brokest we've ever been, I think that made it so difficult to have self-control and keep pushing to the gym, and I lost that. I lost that ability because it was a harder time than when I was working half of what I was doing there and feeling financially free. It was insane. The difference is insane because not all times are created equal in terms of giving you that ability to control yourself.
Not all there's times where it's going to be easier, and there's times where it's going to be hard, and you just got to learn to adapt to both. You know, it's bound to happen in life where you're gonna have both. You're gonna have fair share of both, and I would even argue that mainly it's the harder ones that you'll see commonly. And then there's rare good ones that you'll be able to go into the gym, have the time to do the stuff that you need to get done and still live life. But nonetheless, I think you should still put the work in no matter what. And a thing, or I guess a framework that I use like a little trick I want to say that I use to go to the gym is I'll use my self skill and convince myself to just go for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And
then you'll stay.
I'm like, okay, no. I'm going to go there for 10 minutes. This is not me tricking myself. I'm going to go there for 10 minutes. And then when I went to the gym, I would be like, okay, no, maybe I can do another exercise. And then I would keep going until I was there for a whole hour.
It is harder to get from your home to the gym than it is to get in the gym and stay in the gym.
Yeah. And nothing beats the feeling of feeling accomplished after a good gym workout.
And it's so easy to blame difficult times. Like, it's so easy to use difficult times as an excuse.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really good lesson because I've been trying to drill this to my girlfriend. Like, nobody cares. Your excuses are your excuses are not good for you. They're good to satisfy everyone else and to make everyone else more comfortable, or even to make you more comfortable with your ability to settle.
100%. Yeah, I think you put it in a pretty good perspective, because excuses, that's all to make you feel good.
And I say this a lot, and you should say it to yourself when you don't want to go to the gym. I say to myself, I don't feel bad for you. Like, I generally don't, because you're being lazy, you're being complacent. And when I don't want to go to the gym or I don't want to work and I don't hit my commission, I'll say, I don't feel bad for you. You are, like, that's what you deserve for slacking. And that's how you realize that when you realize you don't feel bad for yourself, you'll start realizing other people won't feel bad for you either.
Yeah, that's it. See, you're on your own. And if you're telling yourself, I'm going to go to the gym, and you don't go, then you're not disappointing anyone but yourself. And you're doing a disservice to yourself. And if you got to make sure you love yourself. Well, I think first you got to love yourself enough to even go to the gym. And then once you do, you can develop even more love by keeping it going consistently and developing discipline to keep going every day. Because man, I remember I used to stop. I did, because we're talking out of experience, right?
Yeah.
And we're being human here. But I remember where I used to, like the first time where I started going, I would do like 6 months straight. I didn't miss a single day. And then I think at the time I got a girlfriend. So that took a lot more time.
Yes.
And so that's what we're
I agree
talking
with you.
about. One of the difficulties is like I should have found a way to work around that.
It's a
but I
blessing,
didn't.
but it also makes other things more
Oh
difficult.
yeah, I don't regret it at all. Not at all. But you know, it made it hard for the gym. It made it hard so that I could make time for the gym. And that's not an excuse. You know?
Let me ask you, what are some of the biggest benefits, or how has going to the gym changed your life, made you better, or yeah, made life better in general, made it easier, made you feel that you're different?
In everything, honestly. In terms of my professional life, that did skyrocket my professional life.
How so?
In the way that I had more clarity. Maybe it was just because of the oxygen that I was generating with my body. But
just so everyone else can get like an understanding of this, what do you mean by clarity?
Okay, yeah, let me provide a little bit more context. So by clarity, what I mean is I knew I had less of a mental fog at work. So I was able to consistently, like I'm in sales, right? So I was able to see or follow plans that I had placed when it came to getting leads or calling people clearer. And not only that, but with dealing with people at work, I would have better relationships with the persons just because I was too tired to, even argue or, stuff like that. And it boosted my productivity.
Okay.
And that's like two things, but it goes into everything, even my relationship. It actually made me spend more time with my girlfriend, which is kind of a little bit contradictory because I was more tired, so I wanted to be. When I was tired,
you'd get home and chill with your girlfriend.
Yeah, basically. Okay. Versus actually wanting to do something or work or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's an overall thing. But in your experience, how has it helped you?
I think to me the biggest change is a change in confidence. I think a lot of the people I know I met in the gym. I met you in the gym. I met Victor in the gym. A bunch of people. I feel like people respected me more when they saw like monstrous changes from where I was before. And then COVID happened. I changed a lot during COVID. That's when I started going to the gym. And that was such a big change in how people treated me. People treat you different when you're not fat and when you look good and when they can tell that you feel confident in your body. You're treated different.
You know what? I'm going to challenge that.
You're going to challenge that?
I don't think it's people treating you. I think it's the way you portray yourself. Just like you said, confidence. I think you were more confident.
But people treat you different because of that.
Yeah, but I think it's because of
personal changes. Well, but
not because of their view. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but regardless, it gets you treated different.
Yeah, and regardless, it's a good.
Like it's a better feeling. You feel better. People notice you feel better. People treat you better. Like you become someone that people look up to. And when I started lifting, I used to get texts from people on Instagram, and they'll be like, "Hey, saw you did this. I want to do the same. Give me tips, give me advice, let's go lift." You hear a lot of stuff from people that have never even directed a word to you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is, it's a super cool feeling, and then it makes me excited to try to help people. I'm hopeful that I was able to help some people get better, find fitness in their life, or people that were close to me, or people that are acquaintances to me that I was able to help. I think that would be an awesome feeling, and I hope I was able to help some of those people. I know a lot of people that definitely got into that. And I think I was a big reason because of that. Not at a large scale, obviously, because we're not famous, but at the like local scale, at the my circle scale, that definitely pushed a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think you have helped people. I'm pretty sure you have. So don't wonder that. I think you definitely have. And this is the goal of the podcast, is to help even more people, amplify our message.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I know personally that in my family, exercising, it wasn't even on the list for my family. It was mainly financial stuff like that. But since I started going, I kind of motivated my family in a sense
That's good.
to start going, and as well as some friends.
Mm-hmm.
They started going because they started seeing changes because it did happen. It was like a,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say like 1 or 2 year window
Yeah.
where when I wasn't going to the gym, and then they saw me after I had been going to the gym,
Yeah.
and it was like night and
Big
day
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that it was similar with my brother because I got him. I tried to pull him to the gym every chance I got, and he's been going to the gym right now that he's far away. I know you have
Shout out to him.
Yeah, you have a lot of sisters. Do you feel like they've gone to the gym more because of you too?
Yeah.
Is that something that
Yeah.
that you notice a lot?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely do think because I've talked to them about it.
You have like 32 sisters.
Kind of, bro. It feels like it sometimes. No, for context, I have 8 sisters, and I'm the oldest.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Your
I
mom
grew up
your mom
with
wanted to
daycare.
build a legacy. Your parents.
Yeah, well, she did a good job. That's gonna multiply the family.
Were you the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're for sure a big example for them.
Yeah, I have to be. You know, I wasn't born with a choice.
Yeah.
I kind of had to be.
Yeah, you're put there
And-
by force.
Yeah, and I love it. I really do. Yeah, I think that's the main part is like how people see you and perceive you, and then also how the confidence shapes you into something. I want to say like beautiful, honestly, because you're able to portray your messages even better, your ideas. You're able to express yourself a lot better with confidence versus you don't. You know, you have a better presence. In my opinion.
Yeah. It like, man, I hate using this word because it's like so brain rot at this point, but it creates a certain kind of aura for like your own being or the way you are or the way you act. I didn't really know you before you started lifting, but for me, I know that like the kind of energy I gave off and even gave myself, it was kind of like a sad, gloomy, like when I look back to that, I don't know if I walked like this, but it gives me like a hunch over, sad energy, didn't talk at all. And now it's completely different after I started going to the gym. Like I feel like I stand tall, walk upright, and look high energy.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh, that's
energy,
really good.
the aura you give off is different.
100%. I think you met me. No, I had been going for a little bit already, but in terms of confidence, I wasn't there yet. I
Yeah.
wasn't really confident. I don't know. I think you met.
I
me.
can't ever see you not confident because you're one of the most confident people I know.
Well, that was a lot of it has to do with the gym. You know,
Yeah.
the gym did give me a lot
Since
of that.
since I met you, I know you were confident because I remember some of the stuff you said and it was confident.
Wow, I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
we'll
after
talk
this.
about it later. But no, yeah, it definitely shows when you start going to the gym. If you're watching this and then you're like, I don't know if I should go to the gym, and you feel like you're shy or you're just timid, I 100% recommend for you to go. Like, just stick with it for 3 months. 3 months consistently, 5 times a week or 4.
How do you think
times a
someone
week.
should start going to the gym? Because I think for me it was hard and it was a lot of trial and error and it was going to a gym that a friend had to recommend to
Tell
me.
me about it. Tell me about it. What I started doing is I started going to Planet Fitness, and keep in mind at this point I had no knowledge of what the hell to do in the gym, right?
Yeah.
And so what I started doing was just every day hitting the same muscle group. To
Okay.
this day I'm like that.
Just arms
So-
every day.
Just
Every
that
day is
was
arm day?
so dumb. Yeah, literally.
Beginner split.
I think I would hit bicep and every muscle group with just one one exercise.
I kid you not, my first few days were strictly arm days.
all
Like I just wanted to get big arms. That's like when I was 16 and Planet Fitness had this summer is free for teens.
yeah.
And it was funny because I went 1 week, I did arms every day and I stopped going for years.
Yeah, no, that's not the way to go. So, I mean, first thing, like if I was teaching someone that's new, first thing I would tell them to search up is pick like 2 to 3 exercises that you like, right? And then make sure that you know what a split is. So split's super important because I think that's the main thing. The most basic.
Do push pull legs. Do push pull legs,
Yeah.
which is push is chest and triceps, pull is back and biceps, and then legs is like quads and hamstrings. And then fill it up with your calves, your shoulders. Add those anywhere, sprinkle them
Yeah.
during the week, and I think that's the best split to start on.
I think I still do that split actually,
Yeah.
push pull legs. But what we mean by split is like the plan that you follow
Muscle groups per day.
for the week or for whatever amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, your split is gonna be push. So the muscles that you use to push, which is your chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then that's day one, and then day two would be the ones that you use, the muscles that you use to pull, which is your bicep and back, right? And then day three is your legs, and then day four you rest, and then day five you start with push pull again. And then with each muscle group, make sure you do 2 to 3 exercises, and those you can just pick your favorite ones for now to start. And then eventually you do fine tune it, and you'll find ways to be more effective with your training. But yeah, I would say
I think that's a good start.
I think that's a pretty good start. And then once you have that, even write it down, that would help. But once you have that, just pick the exercises that you like. Just go to the gym, try and mimic as close as you can to the exercises that you picked, and I would call that a successful day.
Yeah.
For sure.
When I started, I was doing workouts at home, and I had a friend that went to a gym, and the reason I started going to that gym is because I got a recommendation from a friend, and I think that was super helpful for my journey. Like a friend recommending, maybe try to find a friend that already goes to a gym that can recommend you their gym. I think that would be a really good start too, and start going with them, start going as much as you can.
If you have people added on Instagram that consistently go to the gym, even if you don't talk to them, like message them, like just be like, hey, like I'm just trying to go to the gym. Any tips that you might have, or can I do one workout with you? You'd be surprised by how many people actually will be able to will say, yeah, I want to help you out. Yeah. And we'll help you start your journey. And then you can just bombard them with questions and they'll answer them.
Yeah. And I can also link my Instagram in the description in case anyone watching this wants to send me a text. I'd be glad to help. Yeah.
Or leave a comment.
Leave a comment. We can help through there as well. And I think that's a good ending to this episode.
So if you have a friend that goes to the gym, do it that way. But if you don't have anyone, then just do as we've said. Or if you just want to do it by yourself, just do as we said. That would be a great start. I think that would be a very successful first day. And then after that, it's easy.
Get in the gym. Don't let excuses stop you. I think that's the biggest thing, because excuses are infinite. There's an infinite amount of them. Yeah,
you is stopping you. It's you versus you. The outside noise doesn't matter.
Outside noise does not matter.
I think that's it. I think we're about
a good call.
Our end. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll catch you guys next week on the next episode of Brick by Brick, and we'll talk to you soon, guys.
Like,
catch
comment,
you next week.
Share, and everything else.
Bye.
Bye.